Franca. Thanks for agreeing to chat with us. So, we're sitting here with Franca, and we asked her to just share with us about why she chose to make an adoption plan for her two sons, and just a little bit about what it was like for her when she made that decision and what life is like now. So, I'm just going to sort of ask you some questions to sort of help tell the story.
Okay.
So, can you tell us a little bit about um, why you considered adoption for your elder son? What were you going through? What were you thinking?
When I got pregnant, I was using drugs, and I continued to, and I knew in me that I could not take care of a child at that point in my life. If I kept that child, I would have lost it to foster care because I wasn't ready to stop using. And during my pregnancy, I was in jail, out of jail, on the streets, and it was just very hectic. So at the end of my pregnancy, I went to the hospital, and they introduced me to open arms adoption. The day I left the hospital, I called. My counselor came out and met me. When she came out and met me, it was like she was so down to earth and so nice, made me feel so comfortable about it, and it was a hard decision because, I come from a family that doesn't believe in that stuff, you know what I mean? But I had to make the best decision for myself and my child. So, the family that was chosen for my first son, they came to the hospital the day after I had the baby. And when they came in, I was like, they came into my room and they were like, all nice and sweet, and like, they were sitting there talking to me, and as they're talking to me, I'm like, you want to see the baby? You want to see the baby? Because me and my mom were in there. I wanted to show them the baby so bad, like, because I thought that was, like, their main purpose. But they sat and talked to me for 2.5 hours, bought me chocolate chip cookies, Snickers bars, like, everything. And finally, like, after 2 hours, they were like, we're ready. So we went into the nursery.
And why do you think, Franca, they were hanging out with you for so long?
Because they're just such real people that they wanted me in the child's life just as much as I wanted to be in the child's life. Well, in the beginning, I didn't know until I had him. And then once I had him, I realized that I wanted to be a part of. And they wanted me to be a part of, so they wanted to get close to me so we can have a relationship. And that was just like, blew my mind because I didn't think anything like that would happen, you know what I mean? So when we went into the nursery, I'm like, here's your son. They're like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. And we all started crying, we all started hugging, the baby was in the middle, and it was just like, I just knew, like, this is good. Like, it hurts, and it's hard, but at the same time, it was comforting. You know what I mean? I knew I made a great decision. And after they left the hospital, I went home, they went home. We stayed in touch, pictures every month, phone calls, but I was still in my addiction, so, I was in and out of jail, using, so I didn't see the baby a lot in the beginning. When he got a little older, like 2, that's when I got more involved. They would come down to my house in Jersey, to my mother's house, and visit at least every 2 months. And my sister's kids would be there. My father, he passed away, but he was there. My mom, me, my sister, and it was like, we all went out to lunch, we stayed at the house, the kids played, we walked on the beach. It was like, they became part of my family. They were like my best friends. And they fit right in, like, everybody was so comfortable with everybody. Even when I was in jail, they went and visited my family, so my family can stay in touch with the baby. And I thought that was like, wow, like, I don't know, it was just kind of odd to me in the beginning, like, I just thought they'd be different. But it was a great, great, great thing.